Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're looking at AMC and GME. We're going to look at AMC on the macro and GME on the macro as well. And then we're looking at AMC and GME on the short term, giving guys predictions and price points on those two aspects and time frames. Guys, we're going to be looking at technicals and indicators for these two stocks, as well as fundamentals for these two stocks, GME as well, giving guys price predictions, data, and analysis for these meme stocks. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, I'm going to be doing predictions and looking at AMC stock and looking at GME stock. So today was not the day that we were hoping for. I gave a messed up prediction on my last video. Guys, I'm not used to being that off on price. Also, guys, I need to know, do you guys want to see more end of day predictions in my morning lineup? You guys already know that I drop a daily update every morning on my shorts feed. Do you guys want more end of day predictions? Remember, it's a very hard thing to do. It's a 1 in a billion chance, even more, to predict the price of the end of the day, but I will use technical analysis and try my best each and every day if you guys want to see that. So let me know down in the comment section below if you want to see more end of day predictions in the morning lineup. But guys, I am still bullish on AMC. As you guys can see, we basically held this trend as support. So I made this trend line on, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday when we got that bounce here. So once we got that bounce and we were able to see that wick down and at that 480 level, I went ahead and made this trend line. So if you look from this 480, we are still in a overall uptrend. So I am still very, very bullish on AMC. And if you look from this 364 level, we are still in a overall uptrend. I'm under the belief that this is the hope or disbelief rally. Everyone thinks that this is a suckers rally. And if you look at the disbelief rally, it does have a sharp pullback before you see upside. As you guys can see, you have a couple phases in the market, and I do talk about this in my psychology video, on my macro psychology video, so make sure you check that out if you do not fully understand what's going on. But basically, the market has psychology to it, and psychology is very key to get ahead of the herd and understand what's going on with stocks. So basically, you have a huge rally, which is thrill, euphoria. Then you have a dump to the downside, which is the complacency stage, which I believe SPY is in now. Then you have anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, then anger, depression, and then going back into disbelief. Then you would do the cycle over and over and over again. As you guys can see, this is the euphoria stage. This is your complacency stage as you have that sharp drop down, then you have that push to the upside. This is your anger and depression stage as you get to a lower low. And now I believe we are in the hope or the disbelief rally. And now are we going to be recovering into the hope rally and be moving to the upside. But as you guys can see, the hope disbelief rally has a slight pullback before it runs back to the upside. But I do think the macro for AMC is showing, as you guys can see, we're breaking out of this massive falling wedge. We also are about to get a bullish cross here on the monthly time frame. I think we're about to go in a overall uptrend. As you guys can see, we have a uptrend, then we have our falling wedge, and then we have a uptrend, which we are going to. We already had our 2-year downtrend. We're about to go in a macro uptrend. So the macro is playing out. Just be patient. When you're looking at these day-to-day movements, it's easy to get caught up and not be able to see the whole bigger picture. But guys, let's go ahead and look at what I'm looking at on the smaller time frame, letting you guys know where I'm at looking at AMC on the next couple of days. And also, I'll be dropping videos this week or this weekend, letting you guys know what's happening for this week and preparing you for this trading week with AMC predictions as well. So let's go ahead and see what we're looking at for AMC on the short term, and then I'm going to cover GME after I cover AMC's fundamentals. And also, we have our new website that gives predictions as well, also gives fear and greed as well. But let's go ahead and see what's going on the short term. So basically, I'm expecting a move to the upside for AMC for next week. As you guys can see, we're still consolidating in this overall bullish ascending triangle. This is very bullish. We also have this overall uptrend. So this uptrend will be hit in about, so if we start on Monday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It seems like Wednesday is our day, as we did get that bounce on Wednesday last week. Wednesday, we looks like we will be moving to the upside. As you guys can see, we're basically in a bottoming formation. It's rounding out bottom right now. This is extremely, extremely bullish. We are building support at this higher low. As you guys can see, we had a low, another low, and this is going to be a higher low. As long as we hold these levels as support and hold this trend as support, this is extremely, extremely, extremely bullish. Why? Because we're basically making a stair step motion to the upside, building a overall macro uptrend, and this is what I believe the charts are doing as of now. Again, this is going to take time. This is going to take weeks, because we are in the beginning stage of the bull market, and the beginning stage of the bull market is slow. If you go ahead and look at the psychology chart again, you guys can see the beginning stages of the bull market are kind of choppy. As you guys can see, you have a pullback here. It's just kind of a slow uptrend. Then you have a kind of a short capitulation. Then you start moving to the upside and get those blow off tops. As you guys can see, this happens in the market as well. If you go ahead and look at AMC, kind of have this slow uptrend. Then you have these blow off tops. So as you guys can see, we're going to start having a slow uptrend, as you guys can see, and this looks really, really good. In my personal opinion, we're starting to round out bottom here on the alligator indicator, and as you guys can see, we're getting this rounded bottom, this higher low. This looks really, really good to continue this uptrend to the upside. So I do think on Wednesday we're going to be pushing to the upside. We do need to break this $5.15 level. I'm going to be watching that $5.15 level heavy next week, because if we can push above $5.15, you can see a nice push to the upside for AMC. And if you look at the 1 hour time frame, we're about to get a bullish cross on the 1 hour time frame as well. So things look really, really good for a continuation to retest this $6 high after we break out of these ranges of $5.50, $5. Once we break out of that range, we'll retest that $6.20 high. And once we push past that $6.20 high, you will see AMC start to move up, and people by then will not it'll be too late, because AMC will already be moving up. You should have been buying when people are fearful. Be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. And as you guys can see, AMC's fear is at 39. So now is a historic time to buy AMC. Be greedy when others are fearful. If you also look at the psychology as well, when people are most scared, there's most pain and most capitulation. That is the time that you can gain the most amount of money. As you guys can see, peak risk of maximum financial risk is at the top, and the peak potential of maximum financial opportunity is at the bottom. You want to buy at these low valuations, and AMC's price is so low that you cannot lose. So if you have a high average right now, start averaging down, get your average down, because you want it under this $5 level, because once we start to run, $5 is going to be a price point of the past, and you will not be able to buy AMC stock for $5 anymore, and you will be greatly in profit, and these prices will be a thing of the past. So again, as I was saying, guys, I do think we're going to see a push to the upside here on Wednesday. I'm watching that $5.15 level very heavily. We need to break it and hold it as support, and then we'll see a push to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and show you in a polyline what I'm kind of looking at basically for the next couple of days once AMC starts to trade again. But basically, sideways consolidation, building basically a base here, getting that nice rounded bottom, start to push to the upside, break that $5.15 level, and then start to push to the upside even more. This is what I'm looking at for AMC, and I do think it is going to be happening, especially with this bullish technicals that we have right now with this falling wedge, as you guys can see. And now we're getting this beautiful rounded out bottom, and we also have buy signals here on a couple of the time frames. If you go ahead and look at the super trend, you guys can see that we have a buy signal here on the 1 hour time frame, and we have, or on the 30-minute time frame, as you guys can see, and we are looking good in my personal opinion on AMC. So let's go ahead and look at GME and see what we're looking at as well. I'm going to go ahead and check the Bollinger Bands real quick as well on AMC before I move on to GME. But as you guys can see, they are constricting, so we are going to have volatility for AMC, and I do think it's going to be a pop to the upside. Again, volatility, Bollinger Bands constricting here on the 4 hour time frame as well. Green MACD, so I think we're going to see a push to the upside. I also want you guys to just take note of one thing: as volume is dropping off the cliff, you these low volume, this low volume indication with Bollinger Band squeeze or squeeze this tight is indication of a short squeeze, especially when you see volume just dying off a cliff like this and Bollinger Bands are getting this tight. That is showing you liquidity is drying up, the stock is drying up, and you will see a push to the upside because liquidity is drying up. So let's go ahead and look at the fundamentals for AMC, then cover GME. So guys, basically the 5-day prediction. So this stock uses a couple different fundamentals to put in and calculate a prediction, but its 5-day prediction did go down. I am going against this website, and I do think we're going to be going bullish to the upside, but the 5-day prediction that AMC will hit $4.76 by May 24th. 2003. It also has a 1-month prediction of AMC hitting $7.87 by June 20th. Now, guys, these predictions are just, you can take it wherever you want. I'm just adding it to my technical analysis, but it is not, to me, set in stone. I follow my own technicals. I just use this as a guide or help add it to my predictions. But I also like that it adds the fear and greed index, which is very, very useful and what I mostly use this website for. But as you guys can see, again, buy when others are fearful and be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. Again, I think AMC is going to be moving to much higher valuations. The macro is very, very clear. As you guys can see, we're going to be seeing higher price points to the upside. You can see that we're very clear in this falling wedge. We have an uptrend, then you go into a falling wedge, and then you have a higher high. I show you this, guys, all the time. Let's go ahead and look at the short interest. Short interest is at 25.95%. Also, guys, I want you to be aware of how many shares they had available to borrow today. They wanted to push us down. They are holding 900,000 shares available to borrow. I think they're going to try to load up for next week and try to push us down because they know GME is about to run. We're about to see a nice push upside on GME as well. I think it's going to give AMC a push to the upside, and things are going to get pretty crazy here in the next couple of weeks, in my personal opinion. We can see that cost of borrow is slowly going down. Cost of borrow sitting at 65%. Cost of borrow sitting at 65% currently, and we can see that FTDs are still at these crazy levels that should be absolutely illegal. 18 million plus FTDs. I think everyone has fake shares almost because they are supposed to send out these postcards to people. I don't know if you guys got your postcards. I've had my shares for over 2 years, or most of my shares for over 2 years. So if my shares are fake, like everybody's shares are fake. So I'm just wondering, I have not got my postcard yet. Let me know down in the comments if you guys got your AMC postcard from the courts. The courts were supposed to send everyone who owns AMC stock a postcard, and I think there are more synthetics than anyone could ever realize. Also, let me know if you want to have video about the court case. I can look at all the information for the court case, tell you guys my thoughts about it, my thoughts about the reverse split and things like that as well. Let me know if you guys find that interesting and do want to see a video like that. Let me know down in the comments below. Let's go ahead and look at GME and then go ahead and wrap up this video. So GME did have a pullback today as we broke that overall uptrend that it was in. It was basically in a stair-step upwards uptrend. I'll go ahead and draw that out for you guys, but basically was in a parabolic uptrend, and then it did break that today. So as you guys can see, we're stair-stepping up, and then in pre-market it pushed down. RSI was getting way too high on the 4-hour time frame. If you go ahead and look at the 4-hour time frame, was just way too high. It was in overbought territory. This stock could only go one or two ways, basically either have a sharp pullback to the downside, which it did, or just go absolutely parabolic to the upside because RSI was in the overbought territory. But if you look, the Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict on the 4-hour time frame. I think GME, since it found support here, it kind of had this double top head and shoulders type pattern right here. This would be a shoulder, this would be your head, this would be your shoulder. Push to the downside, found support here at that 21.80, which I did say would be support. That $21 level, 21.08, around that level, 21.80, I do apologize, which I did say support in my morning update, and we did find support there and is now bouncing to the upside. I think GME $25 is going to be coming, and again, if GME, and I keep saying this over and over again, but I have to repeat myself for the videos, GME gets over that $25 level, especially you guys can see there's so much confluence here with the Bollinger Bands squeezing very, very tight on the weekly time frame. GME starting to push to the upside. I think we are going to break out of this overall falling wedge that has been resistance for 2 years and push to the upside. And I think once GME breaks its falling wedge, it's going to be explosive. And I think this is going to be happening around the time of earnings for GME. And I think that's when things are going to start getting crazy. I think AMC is going to get a push upside. I think GME is going to start running into earnings. I think earnings is going to be extremely good for GME and pushed upside. And if you go ahead and look at volume on GME as well, you guys can see that volume is basically dropping off of a cliff, drying up as well, telling you liquidity is drying up. A short squeeze is on the way. In my personal opinion, they're going to do everything that they can to shake you out of your position, make you discouraged, and again, put you in the depressive state, make you think that this is a sucker's rally. But guys, I'm telling you, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, I believe this is the disbelief rally. No one believes that this is going to be a real rally. This rally will be fake like the others. That's what everyone's going to think. That's what they want you to think. But now I think we're going to be pushing into the hope phase, the optimism, and by that time, it's already too late. You're already halfway done with all the gains. All the normies are now jumping in, pushing it even up. But guess what? If you were smart, you were buying down here, buying when others are fearful, and being greedy when being fearful when others are greedy, and that's how you make the most amount of money in the market. As you guys can see, peak point of maximum financial risk is at the top. Point of maximum financial opportunity at the bottom. The only way to buy at the bottom is to buy when everyone is bearish. And everyone is very, very bearish on AMC. They're very, very discouraged. You can see it in the comments. You can see it in social sentiment. It is very, very clear that people are at the end of their ropes with this trade. They just want to get their money back. They just are so close to even just pressing that sell button. Even if they seen just 20 bucks, they're ready to press that sell button. And that's exactly where the hedge funds want you. Guys, I'm not there yet. I'm going to be waiting because I know based off the psychology and the technical analysis, I know what I hold. GME and AMC are absolutely gold and we'll be seeing upside that is absolutely out of this world. So I personally am holding and waiting for that moment. I will not be selling my AMC for 20 bucks. I will not be selling my GME for 40 bucks. I'm waiting for higher valuations in my personal opinion. But as you guys can see, again, GME, it's very, very clear. If you do understand technical analysis, I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or anything like that, but it's very, very clear based off these charts what is coming. It is just going to take a little bit more time. We are closer to the end than the beginning, and I'm happy to be here. Let's go ahead and look at GME on the short term and then go ahead and wrap up this video. I also want to point out, guys, GME's float is locked up. 50% of it is locked up in Computershare, DRS Computershare. This is making liquidity even more dried up, and I do think GME is going to see a push to the upside, a huge squeeze as volume is drying up. We can see the Bollinger Band squeezing very, very, very tight. And we can see this macro falling wedge, which is coming to a point of retesting and possible breakout. And I think that will be the trigger for the big move to the upside. Let's go ahead and look at the small time and then wrap up this video. So basically, I think GME on Monday is going to use this bottom, probably going to consolidate Monday. So have a little bit more consolidation on Monday. Then Tuesday, start to get that push to the upside and then going ahead and moving towards that $25 range, moving its way to the upside. So I do think GME is going to have a green week. I think it's going to be pushing its way up to this $25 level, retesting it, and then once it breaks through and retests this level, breaks through it, I think it's going to be absolutely crazy for GME. Let's go ahead and show you guys just what I'm talking about when I talk about breakthrough it. So it needs to break through, break out of it, retest it as support, and then pump to the upside. And I do think $40, $50, even more is coming for GME. If we go ahead and look at the call option chain, now this is for this week, so the call options will be different next week. But if you go ahead and look at the call option chain, all the way to $80 is stacked for GameStop. All the way to $80. And I think GameStop is actually going to be hitting probably, let's go ahead and look basically off a measured move, basically off of the falling wedge alone. So if you go ahead and take your high from your low, that will give you your price target for your falling wedge. Go ahead and take it to your breakup point. So again, $140 is where I think GME is headed to, as crazy as that sounds. Possibly even much, much higher. But guys, this is basically everything I have for you. I will be dropping more videos throughout the week, giving you guys weekly predictions, giving you guys predictions on what I see basically after I get the pre or after hours market moves, so I can see the market moves. And once there's any more developments, I will be adding that to my analysis. Also, guys, I'm going to be dropping Bitcoin videos this weekend. I always drop cryptocurrency videos on the weekend. At least once a week, I do cryptocurrency. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and drop that in the comments if you want to see more cryptocurrency videos. And make sure you check me out every weekend because I do those videos every weekend. I'll be talking about Bitcoin, Pepe, meme coins, coins that I like personally, altcoins. So if you want to see that, go ahead and check that out. We'll be dropping this weekend. And guys, also check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. Remember, check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. And remember, guys, I truly appreciate each and every one of you that drops comments, drops a like, and presses subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. And as always, guys, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.